everybody, my name's Ardendris, and welcome back to RWBYM World of Blocks. Last time, we continued on with our Admiral stamp hunt last time for the first little bit. But, eventually I gave up because I don't think these things are spawning in properly in, like, the mine shafts. And the only other place you're supposed to be able to get them is a woodland mansion. And those things are stupid rare. Like, those things are way rarer than they should be. I've found like 3 in all the times I've played Minecraft. So, I spawned the thing in. It's hanging out in this chest over here. But, anyways, I just lost my crafting table because I was over there and got snuck up by a Beowulf a minute ago. And it's still over there somewhere, so I might as well pick up an extra one. But anyways, after I spawned in the Admiral stamp, we put to use using it to make some of these crafting orders. And we ignored a lot of this armor stuff last time, though we could make some of it just to like see the benefits. I don't know if they actually look good, but like you can tell by the looks of the things on this list that the other Shinjufu armors in the form of the nice yukatas and the I guess they're all called yukatas, and like the Santa Claus, you can tell they have like special looks to them, but these things are just like basically like colored iron is what they look like. I'm not sure if they look any good or if they look very nice, but I suppose I could try them out to test out their abilities when they use them with the weapons and stuff, which we also did last time. So we now have a 41 centimeter naval gun attached to our wrist, and a cute little model plane that we can send flying at things to hurt them. They're pretty effective too. Like this gun did 40 and 27 damage, somewhere between those two. Like it did 27 one shot, then 40 the other, so it's pretty effective. Like that makes it stronger than the Ruby guns. The plane, on the other hand, is just kind of cool to throw around, but not actually that effective at what it does. So, yeah, I'm going to be making more of these large ammos with these leftover crafting orders. Where's my gunpowder? Here it is. Don't have much of this stuff. And we also made this thing, the triple machine gun. It's kind of cool. It does a lot of shots, and its ammo is quite a bit cheaper. Like 2 of these makes 5 mediums, 2 mediums makes 5 smalls, 5 smalls makes 5 machine gun ammo. So, what's the math on that? I don't know. You get a lot more shots for this per thing, but whatever. But, for right now, I'm just gonna stick with the large ones, because, it's cool, but it doesn't do as much damage, and I kind of like the, imagery of the massive gun on my wrist. So, I forgot to grab out the iron. Here we go. Although, this does a lot of damage. I only have 28 shots for it. That is only... Is that 1,000 damage? I think that technically goes over 1,000 damage in its entirety. But most of the things we're fighting have like several thousand at this point, so that's not even that insane in comparison. So, grab out the stamp. What if I just make all of this and all of my gunpowder into shots? That would be a decent amount. Although I don't actually have much paper pre-made. And I only got 38 more in there. I could go gather some more real quick. I'll just stick with the current amount for right now. Just like so and so. Over 2 stacks. So that's over 2,000. I'm not sure of the exact number right now, but I am more or less out of paper for the time being. And I'll just store like some of this stuff in here. But also last time, almost skipped over this part, we ended up getting a rust blade, or rather a broken rust blade, which we repaired after refining it and giving it blade souls. That gets us this. And then we've taken this rust, and then we have to take this rust blade and upgrade it with a scabbard. The scabbard, however, is proving more difficult to gather than I was expecting. So basically, we have to make this silver bamboo light, which is made from an anonymous bamboo light, which is made from an anonymous wood and bamboo. So it's not actually that difficult to get this sword. But we need to get this sword 100 kills before it can, and then break it, and then we'll get the scabbard. That's proving to be more difficult than it sounds. This is my fourth one of this sword. I got to like 75 kills and then misjudged how many swings I had left and broke it. And this thing doesn't break like the slash blade. This thing will just disappear. So I have to start the whole cycle over again. And I've tried doing it with zombies. I can kill a zombie in 2 swings of Murder Nester, 2 swings of Sword of Flashing Strikes, and 2 swings of silver bamboo light. Or 1, sometimes, depending on the amount of health that the zombie has. So, I have ways of getting it. But, that was very slow, so I have thus relied to running around killing animals, because animals don't have much health. I can kill them in 1 or 2 swings. And I'm not going to accidentally go a little bit crazy and just start swinging like that and end up breaking it. Because this thing only lasts about 60 swings or something like that. Like 60 hits or something like that, and this thing will break. So I have to be very, very careful. Hence the fact that this is my 4th blade. So, I just kind of want to get this done today. So I might just start running around a little ways. There's a lot of chickens in that little forest. And I actually have a whole bunch of extra blocks running around so that I can just repair this thing no problem. Although I won't actually get many proud souls by beating up a bunch of chickens. Because you get proud souls, I'm assuming, comparable to the strength of the enemy that you beat. You get proud souls more or less equivalent to that, with some sort of system to judge it. Not entirely sure exactly how that works, but I'm only getting like 4. It's not equivalent to the health of the thing you kill, but it's not that far removed from it. Oh wait, no, Proud Soul is equal to experience you get, duh. Which is why I'm gonna get less from killing animals. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to do this. I have to be very methodical with this. So, I'm just going to keep at this. I want to get the scabbard off of this thing so I can actually get the rust blade going, because I want to see what it looks like, because it sounds cool. So, I'm just going to keep working on this for a little bit, killing off some animals. Thankfully, there's a lot hanging around. So, I'll just see you with an update in a little bit. Okay, so finally, this thing is up over 100 kills, has a decent amount of proud souls, and a decent amount of refines. Which means that when I break this thing, it should give me its scabbard. And then I just looked more at the guide and realized that I could have made the scabbard. Oh, all of that work was for nothing. If for some reason the scabbard's thing doesn't show up on JEI, because this mod just doesn't like playing ball with it apparently. But apparently I can make a scabbard, so in case this thing doesn't actually drop its sheath when I break it, we can at least do that. So, there's a knuckle levy hanging out over here. This should only take me about 20 seconds, and then this thing should break. Actually, this thing's lasting longer than I thought it would. Aha! Scabbard! You can't see the recipe thing here, but I could have made this thing. Ooh, it keeps the kill count, proud soul, and refine on the scabbard itself. Nice. Just don't have a sword in it, obviously. But, yeah, this thing has a recipe. It's made with a couple of blocks of obsidian, couple blocks of lapis, couple blocks of coal, and a couple blocks of wood. I think that's right. And a sword soul orb. So, yeah, it's not even that expensive. I definitely have all the stuff to make this thing anyways, but I went through all the trouble, so might as well just do this instead. But anyways, this thing gets put with our trusty old rust blade, which is hanging out in here. What happens if I use one of these special blades or things? Proud Soul thorns. That's what it's called. So now do this, this, and this, and it doesn't work. No idea why some of them have those why aren't you working? Why? Let's see, rust blade. Why? Do you need to be unsealed? Do I need to name the rust blade before I can do this? I'm just gonna rename it to rust, because why not? It is still sealed. It needs an enchantment, because that's how this works. Punch, Bane, Depth Strider, Flame, Efficiency, Blast Protection, Random Books, anything. Fire Aspect 1, why not? So this should unseal rust. Or not. Rust is still sealed. Why can I not do the thing? Why? Just explain why this doesn't work, please. Play ball with me, please. Back to the guide I go. Okay, it must have been a Proud Soul issue. I couldn't find any info on why it would happen, but I just pumped rust full of a bunch of Proud Souls to try and refine it, and to give it a bunch of Proud Souls. And apparently something that I did got it high enough, so that rust is now like so. It's still a rusty old blade, so it's nothing special just yet. But we can upgrade this one more time into that. Actually, I can already do that. I already have the requirements reached. So 2 blade souls, those are simple enough to make. There is a raid going on. These things really are just nothing special. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something kind of big. I've been working on the wall. So, yeah, I've laid out the rest of the wall layout. Yes, I've laid out the layout. That's how that works. I'll go show you in a minute. You might have even caught it in, like, passing before as I was, like, scurrying past. But, yeah, I've just put out how the rest of it is going to go, at least for this layer. Not sure how many more layers of wall I will actually do or not. Don't you dare go... Don't go spelunking again so I can never find you. That almost got you removed before, and I'm still considering it. But anyways, let's actually go check out the wall real quick. As you can see, it's nothing special, like the wall itself isn't up just yet. I'm gonna need a whole bunch more spruce wood and stone bricks first. But it's leading all the way up to the river on this side, so that we have like this little segment mostly walled off except for the river side. Here's where it lines up with that wall. I might just take out this segment, I'm not sure yet, and just have like this main wall here. So I like the idea of continuing that wall over here and then like putting in a gate or something in there, like centered on this point. Anyways, it goes out all the way over here. I could have brought it a little bit further, but I decided to stop at this point. All the way up to here, and then just continues on. I've continued work on this side of the wall. But I ended up taking it down and then putting it back up because things weren't lining up quite right. Blah, we're too hard. But anyways, yeah, wall's coming along. It's been a little bit since I've done any work on that. I should probably work on it some more. But anyways, I have distracted myself yet again. Let's turn rust into an even better blade. Though I have some inventory junk to deal with first, so 1 second. I was dealing with inventory stuff, then this jerk jumped me out of nowheres. I have no idea how Ursas keep making it into the village, but they jump scare me every time. Ooh, rust is actually pretty decent here. I have no idea what will happen if rust breaks at the current moment, so I'm going to be pretty careful to avoid that. Gotcha. Anyways, I've dealt with some of the inventory stuff. I've started to use up a whole bunch of oak saplings because I was actually messing with inventory management a little bit. Insofar as these two are organized, these specific chests right here are wood and dirt and cobble. And so, wood, dirt, and cobble. the only organization I've actually gotten done in this village so far. I actually need some random blocks, since I don't actually have anything to, any levels anymore to fix Grimbane properly. So Grimbane and Rust. I might rename Rust once it's properly fixed up. But, yeah, finally doing something about the unmanageable mess that is all the random junk in these chests. But, anyways, I dealt with most of the stuff already. I just have some food smelting up. I have most of the random junk out of my inventory. And all is well and good. I'll just drop off the rest of this meat over at the kitchen in just a minute. Probably some of this cooked meat as well. And that should do. But anyways, let's pull out the Proud Souls and let's pull out the iron. I need 4, right? Or is it just 2? It is 2. Okay. 1, 2. Doop, 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 and doop. Gets us these. These get smelted up. I'll just do this instead. Smelt item. Might as well just drop that junk in there too. And I dropped too much stuff in there for the, one of them got cooked up. Let's try that one again. Smelt it up properly this time, and thus we have the blade spheres we need. Like so, and thus rust. What am I missing now? 100 kills, 1,000 proud soul, 5 refine. 100, 1,005. Oh, Rust is only at 78 kills. Okay, that makes sense. So, thankfully, this thing should hopefully break and not get deleted now, so I should be able to be a little less careful with it. But I have some random junk to throw away real quick, and I guess I have to go get 28 more kills real quick, or 22 rather, because I'm at 78. So hopefully there's some more animals just lying around some close by. This sword does less than the bamboo one did. Either that or I would just time that swing poorly and I got like a half swing. Yeah, this sword does less than a bamboo sword. That's weird. The bamboo one did 5 on each swing. This one does 2, 3, 2, 3. So this is going to take me a little bit longer to get the 20 kills I need, but hopefully it won't take me too long. Okay, thankfully Rust does break and not get deleted. So, that's nice. Why can I not fully repair you, though? You're now stuck in that form. I'm 1 kill off, and I'm going to be doing less damage with it now. Die. There we go. 100 kills. So, let's head back to the village. Is this going to work, or am I going to have to repair it first? Okay, looks like I'm going to have to repair it first. Broken rust blades require... Yeah, broken... Did it lose its scabbard? It might have. If it did, we're going to be making a new one. Instead of attempting to do like the weird roundabout way that I got with the bamboo one. Just heard my dog. One second. No idea why that didn't work a second ago. Just tried putting rust in with some proud souls and the thing to give it some extra stuff, and now I can suddenly repair it this way when it didn't work a moment ago. So I think this mod is just weird and could really do with some proper documentation that it just doesn't have. But anyway, rust becomes Dutanaku. Dutanaki. Dutanuki. Blah. Go. Yep. Which is enchanted, has 100 kills, 2,200 proud souls, 12 refines, fire aspect 1. And all around just a cool blade. No idea what is it like compared to Grimbane. Grimbane is better, but the limit is higher on this one. Does it have... This one doesn't have a special ability? Oh, yes, it does. It just didn't show on there. Okay, that's cool looking. I want to test out in a room. Let me. There are obviously rooms with spawners hanging around in here. I kind of want to just let a room build up for a second to like properly test this out. Unless there are some already built up somewheres. I think I've opened that chest like 7 times now. Like every time I entered this place. Okay, it looks cool. It didn't look like it did much damage though. Oh, 1 second. The sun has suddenly just started blaring through my window straight into my eyes. 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. There are certain times of day where my desk is actually right in front of my window, like facing it. So like once or twice a day, the sun's in just the right spot where it can just glare right through my window. It's kind of rough. But anyways, cool new special ability. Just like the other cool looking special ability, it doesn't actually look too effective. Charge it up. It just did like 1 regular swing and an extra damage on top of that, and past a fire that would have already gotten past. Although it does look like it hits a wide range area, which again, this already does. So, I don't know. It's the special abilities are very cool to look at, but not that effective at what they actually do. But anyways, take care of you, and I'll be off. I just broke Dutanuki. Hopefully it repairs like the rest of the slash blades and not like the rust blade, because that will get expensive eventually. But anyways, I did just see a thing about another raid. These things are way too common and just have no good rewards. I think I'm just going to turn these off at this point. The only good thing is that they keep... itchy nose. They keep giving me the ancient tomes or whatever they're called. So I suppose it's probably not a good idea to get rid of them because those are required for enchanting books. Swing, please. I hit the button and just didn't want it to work. But they're just kind of annoying and they're not super fun. Swing, please. Mouse doesn't want to play ball right now. But let me deal with this group, and I suppose we'll get to something else, because that's as far as the rust blade's going to get upgraded, though Danuki is its highest form. The other things, we require the anatomy nameless that we can't actually get a hold of just yet, because we have no idea how. I was going easy on you with Murdernaster. Time to go full out swinging. Swing! Go away kindly. I'll see you in a minute. So I decided to test a thing to see if it would work. I can use 2 swords at once. I'm not sure how effective it is in actual combat, but I'm actually carrying my, I'm carrying Grimbane on my back and swinging, Dutanuki around. I might rechange it to Rust. But, yeah, I just have them, one on my back, one on my thing, and when I swing them, I actually get a different looking attack animation. It's hard to tell in first person, but you can see it be like... Huh. It's actually different now than it was a moment ago. I was getting like a cross pattern, like when that blue line goes through the middle, there was another one going side to side at the same time. But I'm actually switching between the 2 blades. Okay. I just found a very, very powerful technique, I think. Dual slash blades. Like, I thought it was a meat grinder before. Oh my goodness, this is powerful. Sadly, both of my swords are about to break. Oh, the Dutanuki actually has quite a bit more durability than the regular slash blade. I didn't actually notice that beforehand. Oh, now you can see the, like, 2 blue lines instead. It just doesn't always happen. And after Grimbane broke, I'm doing less damage, but it's still more than the regular one. And once Dutanuki breaks, likely the same thing will happen. Like, I'll still be doing more damage than I regularly do with just 1 blade, but still less and less. This is very powerful. This is very cool. I was not expecting the dual wielding to work. I just wanted to test it just out of curiosity rather than expectation. But oh my goodness, it's very cool. So now both of these need repairing. Grimbane goes there. Proud souls. I can't actually afford to repair them. That's fun. I'm gonna have to use up some of their proud souls then. Which is actually why I had to hold all of this extra oak wood on me, so I could go like this. Or like this, rather. Grimbane's fixed up. Dodanuki is almost fixed up. There we go. So now, I just have two very cool blades that I'm just going to be running around with, occasionally dual wielding them. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna stick with Grimbane as my main weapon. Actually, no, I'll switch to Dodanuki because Grimbane eats through all of my experience very quickly. So, very powerful new technique we just unlocked here. Very excited to try that out against some of the stronger bosses. Like, how quickly could I grind a Goliath into dust? I'm kind of curious about that fact. But now that we've gotten that done, like we spent another 25 minutes on Slash Blades, let's switch gears once again. To what? I'm not entirely sure just yet. So, there's obviously a whole bunch more stuff to make from the Shinjufu mod. Like, do we want to make some of these like armors and weapons, shields, torpedoes? Right-click to throw it at the creature. It's the same as the bullet, but with coal added in. I'm gonna need more paper if I want to make that, but let's try making some torpedoes, shall we? Paper is on me. Yep, like so. Like so. Come here. Coal, iron, gunpowder. I think I left it here. Yep. And the Admiral's stamp. So, will my mouse play ball, please? I'm having to put like a lot of force into each press just to make sure it actually goes through right now. This has been a problem for a while. Like, this mouse has been going for a long time now. I just don't like my backup one, so I keep trying to like make this one work, and it just doesn't anymore. So I'm eventually gonna have to give in. But 61 centimeter torpedoes. We now have 12 of these. How do they work? Okay. So they do like a fourth as much as each one of these shots. But we get 12 versus 8, so we get 50% more. And it just cost an extra coal. I don't know. I think I'd rather just use this thing and just go 35, 35, 36, 24. Press and hold as long as I can. And this... Yeah, I feel like the torpedoes would kind of just be a waste in comparison to this. Like, this costs... You get less shots this way, but the extra damage is more than double. Sometimes even going up to triple. Although, why do I sometimes do 29? Yeah, why was I doing, like, mid-30s, but now I'm stuck at, like, high 20s? There was a 38. Is there a crit chance, maybe, and I keep occasionally hitting it? I don't know. But, this is still gonna take a while to kill this thing this way. But I kind of want to be able to get all that stuff down there. So, I'm just gonna kill off this knuckle levy real quick, so I'll see you when this thing is dead. It's gonna take me a couple minutes. Okay, I ended up using up 31 large cartridge, 31 shots. I actually switched to Murder Naster partway through because I realized I was gonna go through more or less all of the ammo if I tried to do it that way. Anyways, those gets turned into iron, like so. And the rest of the cartridges that don't go in here. I now have to deal with inventory management again. So, torpedoes, cool. Not as powerful as what we already have, so just stick with what we have going for us. Next, we have binoculars. I wanted to make those before, and I could have made these for a while, but I keep forgetting. That's 4 glass panes and a glass block. Thankfully, I have some of that laying around already. Do I have any glass panes? There's some nether quartz in here and some amber. Those don't belong in here. No panes, it doesn't look like anywheres, unless I missed it here. Nope. Nope, and nope. Oh yeah, these ones are organized to just be a gear now, so I do actually have some organization going. But anyways, need to grab a couple pieces of aluminum as well. I don't remember exactly how many. I think it might have actually only been 1. That's fine. Glass panes. It's the corners, the middle, and like this, right? Binoculars, yay! Yep, it's kind of just as expected. It's a zoom, like, they're just kind of floating in front of my face, huh? Kind of like it. It's a weird look. I kind of like it. How long range is that? Like, I can see that torch very well. Oh no, probably not too important, but it would be good to get like a layout on some of the Grimm if I'm like heading into an area that I know is heavily infested. So I'll hold on to them. Once more, inventory is a complete mess, but that's nothing new. What else we got? Could try making more of the guns, but I think I just have my favorite one already. We could try making more of the planes, but those are just kind of funny little model things. They don't actually work that well. And at this point, Shinjufu is just left with some building things and a lot of food things, I think. I did all of that work for the Admiral stamp, and it's basically just a few cool things and nothing else. Like, I could try making... What else are crafting orders used for? It's just the armors, right? Armors, empty boxes, which are used for ammo, bauxite, smelting. I feel like they have other uses too, like I saw in one of the videos, but I don't remember what. So anyways, boxes, weapons, armor. I suppose we can try making one of the armors. But most of them are just iron, a crafting order, and then some sort of dye. Let's go for... I guess we can make the anchor too, just to see it, but it looks like it's a pretty weak weapon. Let's go for one of the armor sets that boost heavy weaponry. So that's going to be medium, small, medium, small. There is one that boosts heavy weaponry, right? Oh yeah, here it is. The Kongu, the Fusu, or the Nagato. Let's go for the Nagato, I guess, assuming it's not too expensive to make. Yeah, it uses ink sacks, which I now have plenty of. The Congo uses yellow, so I need iron armor, iron, coal, aluminum, large ammunition, crafting orders, and a dye. That stuff's all pretty simple. Let me just deal with inventory stuff and gather that all together then. Okay, I have everything together now. We're going to be making the Nagato stuff. Yeah, it's going to do it. It's going to make me make full fresh iron instead of using the broken stuff I already have laying around. I had another broken iron helmet in there I could have just mixed together and fixed it instead of just making a new one. Oh yeah, I just had a full one in here as well. Okay. I knew I had another iron helmet in there. For some reason my eyes just blanked and skipped over it though. So now I have an extra one. But there's the iron boots, which we'll get another upgrade afterwards, but let's make the rest of this stuff first. So, iron. We could iron Armagigas, we already know about. Into doing it over here, it's going to be easier. Nagato. 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 And Nagato. And then these get upgraded with another crafting order. That's simple enough. So there we have the full stronger armor and running on water are our new achievements. Amber can go in there because I don't know why it's not in there already. It just goes in there. It's from Domcraft. So I'm assuming that just means you have the Shinjufu mod. You have the Shinjufu mod boots. So these go here. Let's just take that off. Huh. What exactly am I looking at? Huh? This is not what I was expecting. Oh, I feel so slow. How much armor is that? 20? Okay, it's the same. I just don't get the extra speed boost or what? That's really just not what I was expecting from the like blank look on it. I think from what I was reading, Shinjufu might be partly a fan mod for a show or game where the characters are actually just warships. I think that's why the naval gun is also attached to our wrist. I think we are basically a warship at this moment. So, yeah, this is a weird one. There are some interesting anime type things. So slow. I got so used to the extra speed boost. I should have saved the knuckle levy. I need a testing dummy. It's a good thing I still have the ruby semblance. I should switch away from this to show off some of the extra semblances at some point. But like this one is just so good. It's so much better than most of the other ones. So I'm gonna switch back to this in the cosmetic slot, but we are basically just a weapon of war now. Like we are an actual boat. Can I hit the shots? Maybe. I don't trust myself. Is there gonna be something spawning around on the ground, hopefully? Ah! Forgot I had Genduja there. Whee! Fire! Oh, 61 damage! 55! 56! Like, that actually ended up doing damage to me. Like, this is high explosive, apparently. Ow! Kept shooting myself, apparently, so... Yeah, that's a bit of a boost. That's 20... That's like double, or... Yeah, that's double or 50%, depending on which shot you land. Because it was doing 27 to 41 before. Now it's doing like 55 or 60 and causing actual terrain damage. So, yeah, that's a bit of a damage boost. That's still like, I keep shooting myself. It's so dangerous to actually use this weapon now. So obviously I'm not sticking with this armor, but it is interesting to test out. I just tried to fire point blank range. That would not have gone well anyways, even if it did work. Die! No! Mini Deathstalkers. I am an actual war vessel now. But, they are still terrifying. But, let's switch away from the Nagato armor once again. Might as well just... Let's make an armor stand. Let's display some of the weirdness we make with this mod. So, inventory management is not my forte. You don't go in there at all. Time to dump stuff and make an armor stand, I guess. That is certainly a armor. I am kind of tempted to make some of the other ones just to see how weird they get. Like, Kazumi, Fubuki, I have no idea what half of these are. I am curious, though, at this point. Like, this one's just a giant cannon strapped to your back. Like, what? That's interesting. But, looking at the time, that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. So, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.